it's definitely a money grab. He really thought that what he was doing was gonna what he's doing is gonna get him more money. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Just a rich boy looking for more money.
It's just more nonsense for me to deal. Like,
that's what it is.
It's just more nonsense. I mean, I don't know why he's dragging this out so much. I don't know who his legal counsel is, but I guess I'm still passionate about it. I'm still working behind the scenes against it. So there's a time and place for everything. This is not something they play with, bro. They're trying to say I'm a cheater, bro. I've never cheated in my life. I don't even cheat in video games.
Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya are at odds once again, with their relationship taking a serious hit. Recently, Garcia revealed some shocking details about the boxing promoter, and their ongoing issues have reached a boiling point just before another one of Garcia's fights. This isn't the first time tensions have flared between them, but this time, things are more intense than ever. On Thursday, Ryan Garcia and his promoter Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions were hit with a lawsuit by the entertainment platform Fono. Fono was set to broadcast a pay-per-view event in Tokyo featuring Garcia in December 2024.
Like, this is just bad for him in general. He's gonna lose the court case. He's gonna lose everything that any reputation he had. So this is just gonna get worse and worse for him. And me, I'm trying to look for a
On December 15, Ryan Garcia announced that he had to withdraw from an exhibition match against kickboxer Rukia Ampo due to a wrist injury. The 26-year-old boxer is now scheduled to fight former champion Rally Romero in a welterweight bout on May 2 in Times Square. This will be Garcia's first fight since his suspension, which lasted 1 year after his April win over Devin Haney was overturned to a no contest following his positive test for a performance-enhancing drug. There is now a dispute over whether Garcia is contractually allowed to fight in another event before fulfilling his obligations to the organization. Famio has filed a lawsuit in U.S. District Court in California, accusing Garcia of fraudulent inducement, tortious interference, and breach of contract.
Now that Menard shot came at the end of the 10th round.
in any way. It has nothing to do with it. I really am trying to wrap my head around it.
It don't make no sense.
I really don't know what the lawsuit is about 100%. I just know that supposedly they sued me for battery. So basically,
yeah, you definitely battered his ass for sure. But
battery is
Ryan Garcia became so frustrated that he accused his former boxing promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, of avoiding him ahead of his next fight due to an ongoing debt issue between them. Another sign that De La Hoya was ducking Garcia came after both Garcia and Devin Haney recently claimed that the Golden Boy Promotions founder had been ignoring their calls for weeks. Haney, the WBC super lightweight champion, even stated that De La Hoya was refusing to pay him the money he was owed.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia had his fair share of critics, but he also had even more people calling out his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. After tweeting about Garcia, attention shifted to the head of Golden Boy Promotions, with reports suggesting that De La Hoya is avoiding him and that he hasn't been paid fairly for his work. Oscar hasn't picked up the phone for weeks, fool. I'm calling about my money, he tweeted. It seems neither Devin Haney nor Ryan Garcia have been paid by Golden Boy Promotions or the Spanish network DAZN, which led both fighters to publicly call out these two companies online.
There's the jab from Haney. Maybe Garcia's trying to set a trap. He does have
Garcia posted on X, formerly Twitter, saying there was still no payment from GBP and DAZN. Haney simply responded with the same message. I need my money now, Garcia said, adding, even if you don't like me, the fact that I haven't been paid for my fight is messed up. This news didn't just embarrass Oscar De La Hoya, but it also dealt a serious blow to Golden Boy Promotions, who clearly see Ryan Garcia as their biggest star.
Tank Davis. Devin Haney doesn't have the power, but he does have the
Golden Boy Promotions was taken by surprise when Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney accused them of not paying them after their fight. However, Oscar De La Hoya, as the founder and CEO of Golden Boy, wasn't about to let these claims slide. He responded with a strong statement, condemning both Garcia and Haney for airing their grievances publicly. According to De La Hoya, the reason the fighters haven't been paid yet is clearly outlined in their contracts, and everything was agreed upon beforehand. The company emphasized that it has acted fairly and in good faith with all its fighters. A statement from Golden Boy read, Golden Boy paid Ryan and Devin exactly what they are owed under their contract, as confirmed by Robert Little.
Devin Haney has been worried about. Got him again! I need to take the better.
As with all pay-per-view events, revenue comes in over time, and additional payments will be made when more money is received. If Garcia and Haney aren't aware of this, we hope their managers are. Maybe Ryan and Devin should focus more on their contracts than on social media. That said, Oscar De La Hoya seems to have had enough of Ryan Garcia's troubles, especially after the recent news about his failed drug test. Once reports about Garcia's use of performance-enhancing drugs spread, his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, and Golden Boy Promotions quickly issued the following statement in response.
Garcia gonna go to the ribcage.
I'm steroids at all. This is stupid. This is a witch hunt.
Why have they got an agenda against you, you feel?
I have no clue because they're just wicked. I told you guys from the beginning, they're wicked people. That's
Ryan has released several statements denying any intentional use of banned substances, and we believe him. We're working closely with his team to figure out how this result came about, and we'll address it further once that process is complete. Even a few days later, De La Hoya continued to tell Sports Illustrated that his company is focused on clearing Garcia's name. All we can do now is wait for the B sample, De La Hoya said. In this country, you're not considered innocent until proven guilty. There's a protocol we must follow, and we just have to wait for the B sample. There's really nothing more we can do at this point.
Tested positive twice. Twice? Who tested positive twice? Ryan, the day of and the day before.
We're gonna get all the information from the commission, and then we'll obviously,
Garcia requested that his B sample be tested, and De La Hoya expressed his belief in Garcia's innocence, saying, I feel Ryan went into the ring with his talent and beat Devin Haney fair and square. Once the B sample results come in, we'll know what the next steps are. However, the lab results for Garcia's B sample came back with a positive finding for the banned substance PEDs. According to multiple reports, this came after Garcia reportedly failed a VADA test conducted both the day before and the day after the Haney fight.
Garcia gonna go to the ribcage. Okay, I see him pulling back. He's gonna be the key for Devin.
The Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA, announced that they had sent a letter to all parties involved informing them that Ryan Garcia's urine tests, taken the day before and the day of the fight, came back positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Veteran boxing reporter Dan Rafael was the first to report on Garcia's failed test for the banned substances.
Okay, I see him pulling back. It's going to be the key for Devin in this fight.
Let me see what Dan Rafael said verbatim. So he says the New York Commission received the B sample testing report and already had the A report, and now it's on the commission to schedule a hearing for Garcia, which figures to happen at some point this summer. And they also will be deciding whether or not Haney will get a no contest or a W for the fight against.
Rafael confirmed that Garcia tested positive on April 19th, the day before the fight, and again on April 20th during his post-fight evaluation. ESPN later reported that they had obtained a letter from VADA confirming the situation. According to ESPN's Mike Kapinger, Garcia officially requested that his B sample be tested.
And sure enough, that lethal left hook.
After the confirmation of Ryan Garcia's doping allegations, Oscar De La Hoya finally spoke out. In an interview, he said calmly, "I'm just going by the facts. The truth is, he failed 2 PED tests, and that's what I'm going with. I'm not an investigator. I'm not here to figure out whether he took PEDs or not. All I know is that, on paper, he failed 2 PEDs.
There's a right hand for Haney. Garcia's a reactive puncher. He just in the head.
2 drug tests. I mean, that's what I'm going by, and that's what happened. And I'm not an investigator. I'm not somebody who's gonna go and find out exactly what happened or did he take.
This moment had been building up for a while, and it really came to life during the press conference. Speaking there, De La Hoya said, "Welcome to the fight of the year." He highlighted the long history between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, pointing out that they've been on a collision course for years. From their days as highly decorated amateur champions to climbing the ranks in the professional world, the two have always been in each other's orbit. They faced off 6 times in the amateurs, with each fighter winning 3 of those bouts. Now they meet again, this time with championship titles on the line and the opportunity to become the face of American boxing.
Good. Obviously, the big news is that we got sued. I think this is the first time it's ever happened in the history of boxing.
There's got to be facts.
That got to be facts. I can't think of any other situation, but I mean, what can we do?
In a recent interview, De La Hoya emphasized that this fight really matters. He expressed confidence in Garcia's potential to go all the way, but was also asked about some deeper issues concerning Ryan. De La Hoya admitted that he couldn't fully understand what was going on in Garcia's mind. Some people have even described Ryan as mentally unstable, showing signs of unraveling and struggling with personal problems. It seemed like he was more focused on the lives of others than his own. This obsession with other people's actions appeared to be causing him to lose sight of his own goals and career. De La Hoya pointed out that Ryan needs to shift his focus. He should be putting more energy into his career and being more self-focused, De La Hoya said.
Luke Campbell got in the body, his opponent, and landed a cleaner shot. You can't teach.
We just gotta take it day by day. It's been it just, to me, definitely, it's been a very interesting year for boxing, and I think it has a lot to do with my fight and what I bring to the table. I don't think we've ever seen this, ever.
I'm not a doctor, I'm a promoter. I was a fighter, but I can't really understand what's going on in Ryan's head. I can't read his mind, said promoter Oscar De La Hoya in recent media reports. He went on to talk about the effort Ryan has been putting in, highlighting leaked footage of Ryan working out this week. What I'm seeing now is a lot of hard work and discipline. It's unclear whether this is just a one-time thing, or if it's the way he's been training consistently. De La Hoya continued, "Some people, when they get a second chance at something they were once good at, can still perform amazingly, even if they lose focus at times. He's got it. I respect him because it's not easy to be in his position. There's a lot of pressure, but he understands it." Looking ahead to Ryan's fight, De La Hoya said, "On April 20th, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and tries to knock out Devin Haney in the first 4 or 5 rounds." He acknowledged that while Ryan will definitely aim for an early knockout, Haney, at 25, will make it tough for him, and it will take a lot of patience to get the job done.
9 power punches landed in round 1 for Garcia.
No contest, of course. That's a given. Devin wants him to be disqualified. I'm not sure whether that's right or wrong. It's not my fight that I'm in, but Devin is still WBC world.
What's notable in all of this is how much tension there has been between Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia lately. Although their relationship has never been smooth, they've had several disagreements over the past 4 years. Despite their clashes, they've continued to work together. As it stands, Garcia is still under a long-term promotional contract with De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, which is set to run until the end of 2026.
Thing I want to touch on is, Oscar saying that, we misinterpret, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody.
After his first career loss to Gervonta Davis in April, the 24-year-old American boxing star Ryan Garcia expressed his frustration over being left alone by his team at the post-fight press conference. This, along with other issues, seemed to reignite his old feud with Oscar De La Hoya, and things quickly escalated on X, formerly Twitter. The day before, Garcia responded to De La Hoya's claim that he was considering an unlikely showdown with Manny Pacquiao for Garcia's next fight. Garcia fired back, saying, "This isn't happening. I said what I wanted. It's frustrating, and I'm tired of this." He also spoke about the situation in a YouTube video with Bradley Martinet, where he shared more of his thoughts.
More of those to tell you the truth and what Garcia has in mind.
Sergio, in any language I don't know. So, it's very clear to me that, they're backing this guy to beat me just like they thought Duno was going to beat me. He was the next Filipino star.
After the fight, Garcia expressed feeling abandoned, saying, "Nobody was there for me. My team didn't even show up to the press conference. Someone betrayed me during camp, and I was left to deal with that on my own. Tank's team actually cared more about me than my own team." This sparked an anger response from De La Hoya, who tweeted, "What's going on, Ryan Garcia? It's been almost 2 months and you're still complaining about the post-fight press conference? The blame for your loss falls on you and your advisor, Lupe. He's the one who pushed you to accept that crazy rehydration clause, and that's why you lost. Man up and take responsibility for it."
Fight straight up.
They saying he's the next Mexican star. You know what? I put everything into this fight. For the first time, I'm extremely committed.
De La Hoya continued, "You keep saying Tank's team offered more support for you, but listen, they set you up to lose with that rehydration clause. And on top of that, Al Heyman didn't even show up all week. Actually, he never shows up. How's that for support?" Garcia fired back, "Okay, buddy, you've got it all figured out. I'm tired of you disrespecting my whole career. You think none of this matters, but loyalty and common sense seem completely lost on you. Stop treating people like that and thinking they'll just accept it."
That's Ryan Garcia, because it's a quick rat trap type left hook. So
and another thing I want to touch on is, Oscar saying that, we misinterpret, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody speaking any language I don't know. So,
Garcia followed up with a second tweet, sharing a picture of his preferred next opponent, Rolly Romero. He said, "You know I'm about to fight this guy, and now you're acting buddy-buddy with him? You really don't care about your fighters. I'm tired of this fake act. Stop pretending, be real for once. I'd respect you more if you'd just tell me the truth. You're in it for the money, no love lost." Oscar De La Hoya fired back, saying, "It's called promoting. Who do you think started the fight week press conference when it felt like a funeral? My job is to promote, your job is to fight, no hard feelings." Garcia responded, "Weren't you just promoting that fake Pacquiao fight I already told you I'm not accepting? You really think I'm going to fall for that nonsense again?" De La Hoya wrapped up the exchange with, "I'm not going to argue on social media. When you're ready to sit down face to face, we can talk about getting you another big payday."
That's Ryan Garcia, because it's a quick rat trap type left.
Yeah, I can't say anything. I mean, he sued me, and my lawyers told me, just don't interact with them. And that's how they wanted to do this, and,
Even during the most intense moments, Oscar De La Hoya never backed Ryan Garcia's opponents in their rivalry, so it's completely unrealistic to think that would happen now. Things were very tense between them, to the point where it led to a lawsuit. Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia, as well as his attorney and advisor Guadalupe Valencia, in the U.S. District Court of Nevada. The lawsuit was aimed at enforcing their contract with the boxing star.
What do you feel went wrong for Ryan, and what could he have done to maybe change the outcome of the fight?
You saw a superior Tank Davis. He had the perfect game plan
they had studied Ryan Garcia, and people talk about the mole, and I believe there was a mole. But
the lawsuit was filed just 1 week after Garcia's legal team sent a letter to Golden Boy Promotions. The letter accused them of breaking the terms of their promotional agreement, as well as violating both California state law and federal law, which the letter claimed made the contract invalid. It called for mediation to start the week of July 10th, unless Golden Boy addressed all the alleged contract violations. The letter also set a Friday deadline for Golden Boy to resolve the issues. However, instead of addressing the concerns, Golden Boy responded with a lawsuit. Golden Boy expressed pride in having worked with Ryan Garcia over the years, helping him rise to stardom, which ultimately led to the biggest pay-per-view boxing event in years just 2 months ago. They made this statement in their response.
Like, hey, I'm here for business.
Well, I can't talk because I'll be sued. That's what people don't understand. Like, he's already suing me. Anything.
They don't want the right, they want the hook.
Yeah, the left hook.
With this filing, we're making sure that Ryan and his team will honor the remainder of his contract, one that Ryan himself called one of the most lucrative boxing deals ever offered to a rising star in the history of the sport. Since then, Ryan has proven himself to be a legitimate contender, and we are committed to providing him with the best possible opponents to help him achieve his dream of becoming a world champion and building a historic legacy. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, events, and highlights from the world of boxing, be sure to stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you can be the first to know when we release new content like this. Until next time, peace out.